So I've broken my own rules when it comes to using paint on my models. I've been a big fan of Tru-Color paint and Tamiya paint for all my projects and have almost used them exclusively all the time. But in doing this GP38 SMS project, I really wanted to get the color right, and I found out that they use a color called Oliver Green. Well, I haven't found Oliver Green in any modeling paint, but I have found it at Tractor Supply. And it's a same color as the SMS engine, Oliver Green. So instead of using the paint can directly on the model, I harvested the paint with a straw into a cup and then put that into my airbrush so I could control the flow. And I thought that would be really successful. But as you've seen here, this is actually 3 coats of paint, and I can't get in the cracks and crevices. I can't get the paint to stay in the cracks and crevices. It looks like it covers at first, and then the paint just kind of oozes out and disappears out of the cracks and crevices. And now it's starting to get really built up down in here, and this is looking pretty bad, actually. I'm going to try to go over the top of this, I think with this Redding Green, and we'll call it, see if it's close enough. And but I may end up just giving this an alcohol bath and starting from scratch, which is unfortunate, because there's a lot of masking that goes on in here. There's a masking tape here for a yellow line. There's masking tape here for a yellow line. There's my chevrons in the front. That was very hard to mask. But even you can see here that the paint just won't cover some of the areas. It looks like it covers when it's wet, and then it just disappears and goes away. Don't know where it goes. Same within the back here. Just doesn't look 100%. Doesn't even look 90%. Looks terrible. So I have a feeling I'm going to be redoing this all from scratch. But before I do, I'm just going to throw a coat of Redding Green on there and see what that looks like, because the Redding Railroad had a close color to this. And we'll see how that looks. Stick with model paints. Wow, what a difference with the Redding Green from Tru-Color. This is the paint I used right here over the top of this Oliver Green spray can, which I didn't spray it with the can. I used the airbrush. I harvested it and used it in the airbrush, but what a difference with the coating. Look at how, this is just one coat too. I put it right over the top. I may do a second coat, but I'm going to let this set for 24 hours, I think. But all the yellow is gone. All the cracks and crevices are filled. It's amazing what model paint in your paintbrush will do versus a rattle can paint. That's not meant for models. I mean, I'm just very happy with the way this came out. It even, some of the blotches down here may be livable. I don't know. We'll see what this looks like in 24 hours if I'm going to live with it or do it over. But I'm very happy with the coverage, and I don't know why I broke my own rule. Don't use rattle can paint, use model paint. I like Tamiya and Tru-Color. This is Tru-Color paint right here. It just does a good job. It got all that cracks and crevices. May have missed a little bit underneath the dynamic there. I have to do a second coat. Very happy with it. I won't pull the tape off until I'm sure I'm done. I know picture quality, the camera, as well as your lighting makes a difference on the color of the subject, but it appears that neither of these two are actually great matches with the prototype. And so we'll have to see if I can live with the darker color or if I want to try a different color to get a closer match.